Welcome to A&M Reviews. I'm Skybear, and I'm here with my buddy Sal. What's up, Sal?
Not much.
And today we are going to be reviewing The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro's latest movie. And keep in mind, there will be spoilers up ahead, so watch out for that.
You've been warned.
So, Sal, I love this movie.
I think I loved it more than you. I don't know. Maybe. We're going to see.
Fuck you.
No, but I mean, this movie, a lot of people have said that it's basically the retelling of Tom Hanks' Splash. And I just totally disagree with that. I mean, it takes the fundamental core of the movie, but it reinvents it. There's French cinema in there that I noticed. I love the fact that the movie takes place above a theater. All the reference to black and white movies. Mr. Bojangles, I saw him in the movie tap dancing with, it's amazing. I mean, just the idea how Guillermo del Toro, he shows his love for movies inside his movies. I mean, that was like, it's a layer beneath the layer of the movie. It's amazing. With that said, let's go into the story. I think it's a great love story, and it basically just touches at the core that, everybody deserves love, even though other people might see people not whole, like she said. Love is blind. Love doesn't care if one person is different color, a person is disabled or anything. Love finds a way. So this movie, that's what it says, even though some people have joked about that it's humans mating with fish. But I'm like, hey, that's how Aquaman came to be, I guess. So who am I to judge,
I think yeah, exactly. No, I agree. You can see something and see, it's different and then treat it differently. And despite that, it's not. And also how love is a universal thing, really.
Yeah. And on top of that, I mean, it brings me back to the whole thing is beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Something that I like necessarily another person might not like. Everybody has their own taste. And they like different things. And that's what makes the world go around. I mean, different tastes, different styles, different ways of liking. Like us, we might like a movie. I'll give it a good rating. You might not like it, and we don't diss each other. I mean, sometimes we disagree, but hey, you have your opinion. I have my opinion. I have my point of view. You have your point of view. So that's what makes everything, that's what makes life worth living. That's how I see it.
And also, I read this in the trivia, and I didn't really... I kind of caught it, but then it just reaffirmed it. I liked how most of the dialogue is given to a black lady and a gay man, since they would have been the minorities that would have experienced suppression during that time period.
Yes, that's totally true. Also, first of all, the acting was excellent, how they portrayed their characters, and you got that feel. The main character, how he got obsessed over how, that she was a mute, and he's like, I want to control you. He wanted to control everything in life. Even when he was intimate with his wife, he would tell her, don't speak. I got the sense of, he's not just trying to imitate that he's having a relationship, having sex with the character who was mute. He wants to control females. He wants them to basically, this is the mentality back then. Women should be in the kitchen and nothing else. Oh, don't think, don't stress your brain. You're not meant to think. The character did a great job that I actually was I hated him.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even catch that, because my stupid male mind was just thinking that he just liked the quiet, because that was a turn on for him.
No, but then the whole point that he goes and
that makes way more sense than what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, because I mean, the thing that brought it up was when he was telling his superior, "How's your finger?" He's like, "I still got my pleasing finger, I guess you would call it." And he's like, "Oh, that's fine." He's like, "As long as I have that,
Mm-hmm.
I just saw it as yeah, this guy wants to be controlling and dominant over everyone, and he enjoyed kind of imposing himself on the other character, saying "Oh, you're mute, you can't complain about it, so what are you gonna do? No one's gonna believe you. You can't speak for yourself."
Right.
Physically, you can't speak, but also emotionally, you can't reason with people and they won't take you seriously because you're a woman. Yeah. So that's how I saw that.
Yeah. I also loved the acting, Sal. Holy
Yes,
shit, the acting.
the acting
Doug
was
Jones, amazing. Sally Hawkins, amazing. Michael Shannon, great bad guy as always.
yes.
Octavia Spencer, just doing your thing.
No, and I got to tell you, I mean, I got to give it up to Doug Jones. Every time he works with Guillermo del Toro, he just makes the movie. And here's the other thing: he was perfectly paired because he's the creature, and he doesn't talk. But then you got the female character also. She's limited because she's not speaking. She can't speak. So you were seeing this. It's almost like watching a silent movie. They have to compensate for not speaking. They have to use their body movements and everything. And I was like, it was so.
Oh no,
subtle
they
that
were so expressive, just being so subtle. I just loved it. It's
And
so
on top
amazing,
of that,
just
oh
to
my
watch.
god, the scene, okay, the shower scene when she flooded the bathroom, when they're floating, it was so incredible. I mean,
The whole movie's incredible.
it
And
was.
although that song and dance number, though, that came out of the left field for me. I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this. But no, I thought it was great. I thought it was fitting for the movie. I mean, it kind of took me out a little bit, but I got over it. I was like, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. But and here's the other thing. I mean, it's not a big con, but I mean, this is a personal opinion. This is not what we technically expect from Guillermo del Toro, because he's been doing horror films and action films and stuff like that. So it was a nice rhythm that this movie took, and a nice, segue. It's a love story. It's not basically like, oh, it's gonna be a scary movie. It's gonna be an action movie. Even though Pacific Rim is coming out, so I mean that's the action movie that we're waiting for. But this movie, I totally enjoyed this movie. It was great. It showed us that Guillermo del Toro can direct different genres.
Yeah. Although, also, I think this also should have been like the first thing we should have mentioned. If you're not a fan of animals dying in movies, yeah, a cat dies in this movie.
Yes,
so.
yes. One of my friends, he was on Facebook and he went to see it. He's like, "Oh, cat lovers won't like this movie." He's like, just even though there's this scene where the cat is torn apart.
Yeah, the fish man eats its head off. Just.
Yeah. And just because of that, I mean, like he still said, "People, you should go see this movie. Still, go watch it and stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, I actually agree. Like, yeah, it shows this." Thing like, okay, Doug Jones is a creature, but at the same time he's a creature and this is what he does, and he doesn't know.
I just know that there's like some people out there where it's like, if there's an animal who dies, especially if it's gruesome, then it's like a no-go. They're just not gonna watch it at all. So yeah, if you're one of those people, don't watch this movie because cat gets his head eaten off. You don't want that.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I actually noticed was that it was also talking about tolerance and accepting other sexual orientations, because her neighbor, he was trying to hit on the guy who sold the pies from the diner.
Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah, but then also the guy from the diner, he was racist and didn't want to let colored people into the store.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy was like, "Oh shit, you were hot to me, but guess what? Now I don't want to have a crush on you," kind of thing. And I'm like, oh man, I'm like, this is kind of bringing everything together in one thing, it's bringing race into it, bringing sexual orientation, accepting of different races and cultures and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like so layered. And the thing about the pies, I mean, that was just hilarious, like how he bought so many pies just to go see the guy.
Yep.
I mean, I totally enjoyed this movie. I had a blast watching it. I told my sister she should go see it.
Yeah.
Like I said, a good segue to Guillermo del Toro movies. It shows that he has a different caliber, that he can do, different movies. Mind you that he did mimic, but like he said, that was one of his less worthy films that he did.
And I think it shows too, to be honest. Like, it is like, kind of his death proof in a way.
Yeah, I mean, you want to have a director,
or I would say his death proof. I would say his Jackie Brown, because I like death proof a little bit more than Jackie Brown.
Well, I mean, you want directors to have their A movies, and you also want to see like their bad side, like their crappy movies, and that shows like, hey, these guys are human. They don't always put out good movies. They have bad days,
Right, right. Or, bad studios.
And here's the other thing. People have said, would it be a prequel to Hellboy?
Yeah, he stated that like it has no connection to Hellboy at all, and that it's more closer to Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Exactly. That's the other thing my friend on Facebook pointed out. He's like, could this be the Creature from the Black Lagoon? But here's the thing. I think Guillermo del Toro made it as an homage to the Creature of the Black Lagoon.
No, he did. Because like there's a point where one character says like, we got this thing from South America. And
yeah, from the Amazon. Yeah,
that's where Creature from the Black Lagoon takes place. Where it's like, I see what you did there.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I feel like if you're a fan of Guillermo del Toro movies, then this is right up your alley. Like you're gonna love this too. So yeah. Anyway, I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
I would give it the same rating, 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, no, like I would say like go see it, but like if you want to wait for it to come out on DVD, go ahead. Either way, like it's gonna be good.
I mean, when it comes out on DVD, I'm going to add it to my collection. I mean, I'm just saying because
it's
an amazing movie. I can watch it again and just enjoy like the water scenes and the painting. It's just I loved it. I enjoyed it so much.
Great movie. So that's it for our review. Check us out next time when we review the 1517 to Paris. Cause Clint Eastwood, yes, my boy, back at it again.
Yes, Mr. Eastwood.
And social media is in the description, and hit us up if you have any questions.
And remember, keep watching movies.